Hello world, hello world. How you guys doing? Listen, guys, I'm excited because we have a very special guest yet again for the Entrepreneur Empire Awards showcase that takes place every year, the last Saturday of July. And this year, guys, July 27th will be the award show. So listen, if you guys are entrepreneurs, this is a platform for you now to be recognized, right? About who you are and what you do, what your company stands for. And here's the thing, the winner of the awards actually gets $10,000 invested into their business. So I'm excited about that because we want to just create an opportunity for entrepreneurs to just, have a platform to be recognized. Again, you guys got the BET Awards, the Stella Awards, but there is no award showcasing to give us our due credit, right? So that's what this platform is for. So, guys, without further ado, help me welcome to the stage. He's a great friend of mine, a brother of mine. We've been blessed to share the stage together and speak. He's a great speaker. He's good at what he does, right? So, guys, help me welcome to the stage, Mr. Ryan C. Greene. Sir, how are you?
Man, it's just wonderful. It's great. I'm doing well, man. Dr. Pitts, Dr. Casual. Like I might go back and forth what I call you, but it's all in respect. But I'm just glad to be here, man. I'm honored to
Yes,
be
sir.
even nominated. I don't really get too wrapped up in awards and stuff, but I didn't know it was $10,000 on the line, bro. I'm like, oh, this just took a whole nother level right here. So okay, let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Ryan, listen, man, I'm honored to have you on on our interview, man. Just give everybody a little bit of background on who you are, kind of like what you do, so everybody can kind of get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am the CEO and founder of Greenhouse Media, and I started Greenhouse Media back in 2004 as an author and a speaker. Back then, I started writing books, started speaking, and I knew even then that when I started writing and publishing, I wanted to publish other people's stuff, other people's books as well. So I spent the last 17 years or so as a book publisher. Then also went to more of a book marketing coach, and then now transitioning into the next level of Greenhouse Media, and that being the visual media piece, and really focusing on providing the visual media content and platforms for authors, speakers, entrepreneurs to really have the visual side match what they provide. So I know a lot of us have great services. We are, great at what we do, but we understand that the world really does judge a book by its cover. I don't care what they tell you not to do. That's what happens. So my focus is on taking people's taking their books, taking their speeches, taking their talks, and turn it into a TV show, turn it into a visual media platform, turn it into something that they can use to then magnify their message even more, but also in a professional way that's really gonna help them stand out from the rest of the world.
Absolutely, I love it, brother. Guys, listen, you heard what he said. He can help you take your book, your speeches, and he can put this thing into a whole story, right? And guys, for those that do not know, Mr. Ryan's category is in the entertainment industry. That is his category. Man, if you guys go watch his videos, go follow his page. We're going to get to that piece. But Ryan, my first question to you is, what actually motivates you?
Wow, that's a great question. What motivates me is really just the constant pursuit of making my mark. And when I say my, I mean this is what motivates me, but it's also what motivates me to work with other people because I'm a big legacy kind of person, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna, we're not all gonna be Martin Luther King type legacy builders, right? But and this may sound a little, hey, I like Beyonce. Beyonce had a song written by Diane Warren, I Was Here. And that song was just really just about my whole thing is when I pass, I want people to know I was here, man. I want people to know, and I don't mean the whole world, but somebody needs to know I was here. I impacted their life in a positive way. I made somebody laugh. I made someone feel comfortable. I made someone go a little further. That I pushed someone to achieve a dream that they didn't think they could achieve alone. And that's really my thing, man. It's all the rest of the stuff is cool. It's fun. It's those ancillary things, but what motivates me is just every day waking up saying that I made the world a better place. And I know this, sounds all ooh, but no, that's just really it. I want the people in my circle that I made it better. I made life better for them some way. Sometimes I do it in a way that they like it. Sometimes it may come off in a way that they don't feel too comfortable with. But when they really look at what Ryan is saying, I talked about myself in third person, bro. When they really look at what I'm saying, look at what where my heart is coming from, what I'm trying to do for them, then they really can appreciate that. And that's really what motivates me, man. Just seeing people live life at their highest level and go after their dreams, man.
I love it. I love it. Listen, that's a actually great segue into my next question is how do you define success as an entrepreneur?
Awesome. I get this question a lot, and really, success for me is just really uh, walking in the purpose of what God designed you to do. Success is not about things; it's about what you can do with things. Success isn't about, just accolades. Although this one would be a great accolade, I'm telling you, I went that 10,000. But success is just really about walking in that purpose, doing what you were called to do. Like I said, every day when you go to when your time is up, if you got people who say, listen, this person touched me in this way, or this person's book helped me this way, or this person's movie or film helped me in this way, that's success. I think that being a ambitious kind of person, I struggle with focusing on the destination so much that you're kind of judging my success by did I reach the goal I set. But really, the focus is on who did I become along the way? What did I learn during that journey to that destination? Because the destination may change. You may have a detour. You may get there faster. You may not get there at all. You may find someplace else better. But if you are learning along the way, if you're growing along the way, that's success. So all of my books, all of my teachings, everything I teach about and to other people is something I believe first. So even when I come off a little hard, a little straightforward, for me, I'm like, well, I'm talking to myself first. Like that's how I talk to me. So it's like if I'm teaching something, this is for me to go back to and see one day, and hopefully you gain something from it too. So that's success to me. Just constantly uh, going in the right direction, making yourself better today than you were yesterday.
Absolutely. Totally 100% believe it. And guys, always remember, I say this all the time, when you stop learning, you stop growing. And I think
Mhm.
one of the things that makes entrepreneurs like me, Ryan, and all of these other people that you're going to see us interview is that we don't put ourselves in a position to stop learning. And that's the reason why we're growing in our craft. That's the reason why we go from being our beginning entrepreneur to now coaches and mentors to other individuals, because we've gotten to a place of not uh, stop learning. We're continuously putting ourselves in the learning curve. So that's great, Ryan.
Absolutely.
Next question is, what do you find most challenging about being an entrepreneur?
You mother. Me, I should probably lay down on my chair like a couch right here. The most challenging thing about an entrepreneur, and I'm speaking for myself, is really um, the team. Like, because it's been phases, so it's always different things. But really, finding the people that you can work with and understanding to get yourself out of being the only one, right? So there's a coin, I'm a term that's been coined called the solopreneur. And that's a real thing, man. It's like whether you do it because you feel like you can't trust anybody, you're a solopreneur because you're too broke to afford anybody else. Like I've been there, right? That's been the challenging thing is not feeling like you got to do it by yourself. And not just feeling like you got to do it by yourself, but entrepreneurship is lonely, man. Like it's a lonely place, and if you aren't built for that, it can be hurtful. And I use the term all the time, like when you have to wake up every day to and have to create money, that's a whole different mindset. It's a whole different world than when you just go to work and show up for 8 hours, and no matter how good or bad you did your job, they're going to pay you, right? As long as you don't get fired. But when you have to go every day and create income, that's stressful, man. And that's that, people glamorize and they romanticize entrepreneurship, but honestly, man, it takes a certain kind of mindset. And I used to be, I got my start in network markets. I used to be one of those cats, always like trying to shame people for not wanting to quit their jobs and go full time in a business and work for themselves. That was me. That was me. And then I grew. And then I realized, first of all, if everybody was an entrepreneur, who's going to work? First and foremost. But then secondly, you realize everyone's not built for that and everyone shouldn't do that. So because it is not it's just the rewards are great, but man, that pain is great too. That loneliness is real, and you got to really be in a place where you can deal with that. And I think what I've been focused on so much is really trying to, not so much more recently, is trying to enlarging my circle with other entrepreneurs, people who I can talk to and work with and collaborate with, but also be vulnerable with at times and say, hey, listen, because I can't go to if I'm out here teaching and preaching to all my people, I can't go in and tell them you can't take the praise and the problem to the same person. I should write that down. That was kind of, can't take the praise and the problem to the same person. Oh my God. So you
Put
gotta
that in the
have
comment
people.
section. Put that in the comment sections.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm about to write that one down. So but you got to have those people that you can take your problems to, who aren't going to judge you, that you can be vulnerable with, and you're not feeling like, well, if I tell them my problem, no one's going to support my business. So I know it was a long way to go about answering that question, but I hope people understand what I'm saying.
No, absolutely, brother. No, you hit it right on the head. And here's the thing. Ryan said something so pivotal, and I want you guys to really reverse engineer the mindset here. Like, literally, there's different levels to entrepreneurship, right? When you think about it, guys, you don't necessarily, you can be an entrepreneur and still keep a 9 to 5 job, because
Absolutely.
your idea may only be, I just want to bring some additional income into my household, right? And then what will happen is your business will form on its own, and it'll get to a place where it'll push you out of that 9 to 5, because the demand is there more. The revenue is outweighing what you're making at the 9 to 5 job. And honestly, for those new people, which is a great segue to my last question, but that's a great way to be. So don't feel discouraged that if you start out being just a solo entrepreneur, that you have to go back to the 9 to 5 workforce so you can bring in that consistent check. Again, Ryan said that if everybody was an entrepreneur, then who would work, right?
Yeah.
So don't put yourself, or don't beat yourself up because you work a 9 to 5, and then don't beat yourself up because you are an entrepreneur, right? And vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
whatever works for you works for you. So great information, Ryan. Which
I know you got one more question. I wrote a whole book called Becoming a Passionpreneur, and I'm not trying to promote the book, but that's what the purpose of the book. And
yes, we
once I
are.
grew and realized it, you you've got to learn. And becoming a passionpreneur is all about how to build your business without quitting your job. Okay, without quitting your job, use that 9 to 5 to finance your business. I did it wrong. I jumped out too soon, and I struggled for a long time, because then it was like, well, what do I do? So definitely, I 100% agree with what you're saying on that.
Absolutely. And we're gonna get that book into the comment sections too, Ryan, because brother, we promote everything that you got going on, brother. That's why
Okay, okay.
you are an entrepreneur. Last question, my brother. What advice would you give to someone just starting out to say, hey, I want to start a business, or I want to now become an entrepreneur? What advice would you give that individual?
You're right. That was a great segue. First and foremost, I would advise them, don't quit your job. Okay. Um, build your business, because as soon as you quit your job, the business is no longer fun, right? Because now you've got to, like I said before, you got to create that money. So the fun, I mean, you may enjoy it, but it's not gonna always be fun. So don't quit your job. Really study, be a student of what you are doing. I have a three-prong approach. I talk about master, magnify, and monetize. All right, so master your message. If you, whatever your business is, you got to master that message. You got to become that brand. When you think about when someone wants to photocopy a sheet of paper, we don't say let me photocopy that, we say let me Xerox that, because Xerox is the brand. They have mastered their messaging in the brand, and you want to become that synonymous with whatever you do. So master that, be a student of the game. Then magnify. You want to magnify your brand. You want to be able to really see how can you let people know what you're doing. Okay, and that's going to come in different ways depending on what you do. But you got to do that. We're living in a social media economy, right? If you're afraid to be in front of the camera, you might as well just shut down your business down. Okay, or find somebody else who's going to do. Maybe you don't have to be in front of the camera. Somebody's got to be in front of the camera or doing something visual for your company. Okay, and then monetize. You've got to know your business. Okay, you've got to know the numbers. You've got to know how you're going to make money. I focus on helping authors move beyond the book. Because you think about a book, right? You can sell a book for $20. That's like the average self-help book. You're not going to sell a book for $200. People aren't just not going to buy a $200 book, because we've told that books are only worth $20. But what's in the book? Okay, that's what you want to sell. That's the content. So same thing for you starting a business. What is your expertise? How can you package and distribute that information and that expertise in ways that's going to make you money? Okay, so even if you are, and that's if like you say you bake cakes. Okay, you bake cakes. So you're going to sell a cake for, I don't know how much cakes cost, $30, $40, depending on what kind of cake you sell. But are you going to just, if all you can do is sell a $30 cake and that's your transaction, you've got to think about, what else can I do with this? Can I do cookbooks? Can I do a cooking show? Can I do a podcast? Can I do, what kind of social media stuff can I do? How else can I monetize this so it's all, again, in that same message? So those are the 3 prongs I teach, and everything we do: the master, magnify, and monetize. So you're starting out, you got to really think about those 3 things. And this is just, I've been on this thing this week, man, as I'm doing some content. So I'll throw this little bonus in there. Don't expect your family and friends to be the ones supporting your business, man. And what I mean by that is, if your family and friends support your business, that's just bonus. But if you're going to be on social media, you're going to be in the family cookouts, and you're talking about, oh, all y'all can go buy this and that, support these people y'all don't know, but you can't support your family, friend. No, they're not. Okay. They're not your target audience. So if you're starting a business with expectation that your 20 family and friends is going to be all you need to support your business, then again, you got it wrong. So you got to move past the family and friends and really know who your audience is, who your target audience is, and focus on them. Family and friends are good. They're bonus. You need a crunch. Hey, I need one more sale this month. Call up your family and friends, right? But we're really trying to build a business, a legit business. You got to look past your family and friends and understand that you got a market out there. You got to reach and figure out how to do that.
Absolutely, Ryan. No, brother, that was it. And let me just piggyback off that for a second to add to what Ryan just said. I look at the family and friends as your tool to get practice, right? It brings out that fear factor of, now I want to give a presentation to a stranger, but allow me to give that presentation over and over again to different friends and family without the emotion of them wanting to get anything. Look at that, use that as a measurement to say, okay, hey, I just want to present to you what I'm looking to showcase to the world. It ain't got nothing what you buy, and you'll be shocked. Sometimes you'll get your family to be, when you position it that way, you're not really saying, listen, I'm practicing, right? How you position your approach, I'm practicing. I need you to kind of critique me. Let me know what I can do differently. Let me know what you think about it, right? When you go in it from that perspective, you'll be shocked that you'll get more of your friends and family that'll actually support you and be more interested because of the way you approach them, right?
Yeah, that's
so
good stuff.
that's a great way. So I'm glad you even brought that up, Ryan. So Ryan, listen, man, thank you for your time, brother. I appreciate you tremendously. Do us a favor. Tell everybody, brother, how do they stay connected to you? How do they, find you on your platforms? Give us who how we can stay connected.
I am Ryan C. Greene. That's Greene with the E. So you go to ryancgreene.com is my website. But follow me on social media. All social medias. Raji is dope. So I'm the creator and founder of Born to Be Dope. It's a podcast, TV show. We got a apparel line, a summit, a visual mixtape that we do. But also, like I said, I'm a best-selling 12-time author. My most recent book that we just discussed was not my most recent, but it's Becoming a Passionpreneur. So if you are really trying to figure out how to take your expertise, because I believe we always get paid more for what we know than what we do. So you will know how to take your expertise and really build a revenue stream from it without leaving your job. Then go ahead, get Becoming a Passionpreneur. You can get that on my website, ryancgreene.com. Y'all vote for me. Vote for me. I could use that 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it, but I didn't even know that. So hey, look, I didn't even know. I was just excited. So now you got me really vested, man. You should have led with that. So I'm ready.
Y'all listen, you heard it here. Go vote for Ryan C. Greene. Ryan, brother, thank you again. I appreciate you, brother. When you guys vote for him, make sure you select his picture that you see here on the screen, and put your information in and just hit vote. Ryan, brother, again, thank you, man. I appreciate you for your time. And brother, I look forward to seeing you on July 27th, man, in the building. I know you're gonna be dressed dope as always. So look, man, you enjoy the rest of your day, and I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, Dr. Pitts, and all that you're doing, and just because you don't have to do this. So I appreciate what you're doing for entrepreneurs and what you're doing across the globe, man. So I definitely I'm excited about working with you even more.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. You have a good one, brother.
All right, peace.
All right, guys, listen, that's it. Listen, for those of you that are entrepreneurs, and you see what we're doing, right? You heard some great advice from that brother, Ryan C. Greene. He dropped some key nuggets. You got to understand who he is and what he does. Listen, don't just vote for him. Go and support his business, right? Go and, share his information. I'm looking at the comment sections, and we got people that are saying great nuggets. Look at this one. Look, love all these tips. Thank you. You got people that are look fire, right? You got people that are just coming up and just so we got people that are watching what we're doing, guys. Share, 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 right? This platform is for the entrepreneur, so you guys can be recognized, right? For those of you that never knew who Ryan C. Greene is, now you know who he is. Go vote for him. Go support his business. And I thank you guys tremendously. You guys already know my quote. Coming together is the beginning. Sticking together is progress. But working together is success. My name is Dr. Casual Pitts, and stay tuned as we interview another entrepreneur. Peace.